Hello, it's your girl Bubbles, or if you want, you can call me Bana. This is Secrets with B Tarot. I'm gonna be tapping in today into the new moon we're gonna be having in Taurus, I believe. Um, Yep, I'm feeling a little good today. I just got finished recording a song, nothing that I wrote in particular. I just like to, these days, sing a little bit to kind of open my throat chakra and to just like help with my mood and just to help me feel a little bit better. Not that I'm feeling down or anything. Like, I feel really good. Like, I have like normal problems, but I know they'll subside. So I'm going to be tapping in. I've been feeling a lot of different energy, to be honest with you. I've been feeling like there's going to be, no. I've been feeling like there's going to be a lot of reconciliation coming in. There's going to be energies of just trying to maybe revamp some things, or maybe even like release so better can come in. There's been a lot going on. Like, I've even been considering cutting my hair. Like, I've been growing my locks for about 3 years now, I think, and my hair grew so fast because I learned so much in 3 years. I feel like as fast as your locks grow is the wisdom you obtain. And I feel like with my locks, I've obtained a lot of wisdom and experienced a lot of things. So it's just interesting. But yes, I'm going to be pulling for the collective, so I may make this video relatively long today. I want to be able to give a lengthy reading. Normally, if you guys have been tapping in, I've been doing like shorts for the different zodiac placements, and I am probably going to post those tomorrow in the evening time. So, yeah, and other videos that I've posted have only been about 20 minutes, but I am going to be tapping in. So far, it feels like there are some people who may be letting pride get in the way of, some things that they're dealing with, whether it is in love, whether it's with your finances. Maybe you're not being honest with yourself about the help that you need, or you're not seeking the help that you need. Angel number 333 could be significant. So we are going to pull first from my music deck that I created, my music numerology phrase deck. So let's see. I'm going to get this deck made into an actual deck to sell one day. I've already started looking into how to do that, so I'm excited. So let's see. What energies do we have? And I'm going to say my prayer as well. And I'm going to cleanse my hands again. But yes, I'm going to say my prayer as well. And I got my incense burning, my candle for protection. I'm going to burn a little palo. Trying to be as natural as possible when it comes down to it. Gotta figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch or dinner, whatever the case may be. But while I light this Palo Santo, I'm going to say my prayer. collective. Hence your permission to the collective to give them a message for the greater good. Well, please banish any evil eyes, negative energy from the collective that watches me. Banish any negative energy, evil eyes, return it to where it belongs. Because it does not belong here. Please and thank you. So, what song or phrase do we have for the collective spirit? Begging you to put your pretty hand out, baby. Is it loving or pretty? Something is going to be a yes. Some of you could be coming into some karma, some good karma that I've learned is called dharma. Somebody may be coming back in. Like I said, there could be some reconciliation, but you guys don't know each other, so it's mindful. You guys don't know each other like you think you do anymore. So be mindful of the types of conversations that you're gonna have with this person. Like, don't assume that you still know who they are. Dharma, good karma for some people. It could be in love, it could be in your finances. We found love is the energy on the bottom of the deck. Maybe some of you feel like you and someone can find love in a situation where you don't think that you could, or you don't think that it would be possible. Some of you could be in relationships that you don't necessarily want to be in, or maybe you have become unhappy in this and you are maybe trying to seek to retreat to be somewhere else. The answer is yes for something. Maybe some of you could be feeling hopeless, or hopeless, the song Hopeless. Ba, 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 ba. They say I'm hopeless, like a penny with a hole in it. You're not hopeless. Lost and found. Maybe you got to reconnect. Maybe you got to go deep inside with yourself and reconnect. Think about what it is you really want. Let's tap in using some other cards. What other energies do we have for the collective? Release. Maybe some of you could be struggling with releasing something, or maybe some of you are finally at a point where you want to release. But even if you aren't at this point yet, it is signifying that it is time to do that. You need to probably go within yourself. Just to go back to my other deck, the energy that was kind of really flowing here is all my girls like to fight like Hotela. That comes out a lot with my collective. I'm not entirely sure if people are actually dealing with the problems that they may have present in the time that I've been doing readings. But guys, you really have to release these things that you may be feeling. You may have to find other ways to cope with what you are feeling. Let's see what other energies we have. We have, recovery. It came out crossing and fell down on the floor crossing. And that has a lot to do with your third eye, your mental space. Both of these cards are your mental space. And I think it's a lot of mental entrapment versus matters of the heart. Let's see what other energies come up. It's like in your heart, you know what you need to do, but mentally you're not allowing it to happen. Two cards came out. So we have perfection. Ooh, sizzling. We have perfection and guilt. Perfection lies in that root chakra. Are you being do I want to say overzealous? I mean, that's the word that came up. So are you being too hard on yourself? Are you being too hard on others, which in turn is making yourself be hard on yourself? If that makes sense to you. Some things aren't always meant to be said. Maybe you are letting go of guilt, or maybe you are coming up out of a fear of lacking something. Maybe you're releasing the idea of lack. You're coming out of these extra. You got vanity in reverse. So yes, we have vanity in reverse, and that can signify. Vanity is usually a card of the throat chakra. Well, is a card of the throat chakra. However, I don't believe that it is in the way we think. So say we want something. Vanity is, how we take care of ourselves, our self-care, our material life. And maybe in our material life, we could be causing ourselves more harm than good. How does that look for you with vanity in reverse? Maybe you aren't being entirely true to your path when it comes down to a certain thing. Like, think about why you are doing something. Is it truly beneficial? And this could be in love. This could be in your finances. What does that look like for you? And by the way, guys, please, 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 because I forgot to say it. I usually forget to say it until like the end, because if I don't say it, people are going to be like, oh, well, she just said this and she just said that. Please take the energy as it resonates. Take the energy as it resonates. Everything is not going to be for you. This could be somebody else in your energy. This could be you or somebody else in your energy, or something that's coming in. This could be past, present, or future energy. But most likely it's timeless, because it's whenever you are facing this problem. So be mindful of that. As I was saying, see here we have passion in reverse, which means that, and with these two cards together, that just goes to show, like, are you doing what you truly want to do, and is it beneficial to what you are trying to accomplish in life? And trickery, maybe you're not being honest or forthcoming about what it is that you really want. I'm not going to say it again. I mean, like, being a victim. It's so interesting because last night, I'm not going to go too much into the details, because I have people that watch me and like to pretend that they don't, and they like to spy, and they like to do this and that. But I had this epiphany last night, and I've had that epiphany before, and it's not an epiphany that I do not it's an epiphany that I had that I have been happy to implement in my life since I had it. But I had it again last night, because now I'm starting to realize, like, that's the shit that I'm around. So it's the victim mentality. Playing a victim, being a victim, or just living in that victimhood. It's exhausting. Like, do people ever get tired of that shit? I know when I got tired of that shit, I got tired of it. Like, it just doesn't feel good. And it makes you feel kind of pathetic. Like, it made me feel like shit, to be honest, because it's like I was going through really rough patches in my relationship at the time, and it just felt like we couldn't get it together. And I was feeling guilt about, being insecure, and just a lot of different things, on top of what many people would call emotional and mental, stress and abuse. It was just like, what else is there to do? Like, there's other things to do. Something needs to come into completion. You need to really let go of something. A lot of you need to let go of victimhood. Allow yourself to forgive. And anybody who's watching this that likes to run and tell that, and let's not pretend, because of course I know somebody is going to approach me about this later or whatever, if they watch it, if they don't. But it's like, everybody learns at some point in time that certain things just need to go. Certain thought patterns, certain behaviors. You're trying to welcome in something new. And you can't welcome in something new holding on to the past. Don't reject the wisdom that you are learning at this time. You're advised to keep pushing. Like, you can do it. I'm doing it every day. It's not always easy. Sometimes I still get anxiety talking to certain people. And it's not because I'm hiding something from them. It's not because, I have animosity against them. It's just because there was a point in time where I felt unsafe. And I'm not going to sit and say that I'm perfect. I'm sure that people may not have felt safe when, well, I don't want to say that they didn't feel safe, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody didn't feel safe or tried to say that they didn't feel safe. And it's pretty normal. It's normal. With what you experience is normal. I'm not a perfect human. Go within yourself and find forgiveness. Because always remember, if you can't forgive others, always forgive yourself. Sometimes rejection really is God's protection. A lot of you could be resisting wisdom based off of where it's coming from, and that's not always fair. Maybe some of you aren't allowing things to be... Some of you may know something to be true and still reject it. Some of you work too much. You really need to sit down, take a breather, go within yourself. Some of you don't have an open heart when it comes to something. You guys are lacking perspective in some areas. Be okay with being confused. There's a silver lining for every cloud. So just think about how you want to recover. Like, some of you are really... Some people are going to come out of this and other people are going to be stuck. And think about what that looks like for you. Use your instincts here. Let's see what else we have. What clarifiers do we have? We got the Four of Wands. Some people are going to have to make a decision about something, a choice between two. Some people could be recovering from some type of heartache, deceit, or financial loss of some kind. Something is moving in towards you. Be mindful of like fire energy. There could be third party energy here. Maybe somebody is not being faithful. This energy has come up before in my readings. Yikes. There's a lot of energy going around. Be mindful of your spending habits. How are you spending? Maybe some of you could be thinking about your stability. Be mindful of illusions when they come up. Some of you could be really in your feelings about something, but in a strong way. Not so much to the point where you're like over emotional. You could be trying to seek emotional balance, or some of you already have emotional balance. Some of you may need to come into emotional balance, or this could be just a masculine energy that is around you at this time. And do be mindful that everybody does have feminine and masculine energies. Again, be mindful of illusions. This could be in matters of your feelings or your emotions. I just got finished saying that about your emotions. Maybe some of you could be some of you need to be mindful of how you are showing up in your emotions. You have a lot of options, but which option is the most... Which option actually makes sense? Which option is going to get you on your path? Be mindful of illusions. Some people may have realized that they were dealing with an illusion. Maybe somebody tried to pull wool over your eyes. You're realizing that that could have been what the heartbreak was. Somebody may have said that they are something that they're not. We have the sun on the bottom of the deck. Something did come to light. That could have been what it was. Think about your stability. What does that look like for you? Remember, we'll go back to the card perfection. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Maybe some of you are coming out of this this energy. Some of you are trying to reach emotional balance with this King of Swords. Some of you are trying to reach emotional balance. Saw the 3 of Swords, you know, try to come out too. We got the 4 of Swords here. Swords represents the thought process of your emotions. Wow, we got the Ace of Swords here. Some of you are really trying to stand in your power when it comes to your emotions. It's been a little bit hard though. It's been a bumpy road. Something is a yes, but you may have to take a little detour. May need to detour a little. So yes, as I was saying, we have the Ace of Swords here, and some of you guys are really trying to put more into your self-care and really think about what it is that you truly want when it comes down to something. Some of you could be creating a plan to execute these things that you want to accomplish. Let's see what else we get. Nine of Cups. So yes, some of you are going to reach your 9 of Cups, which will ultimately get your 10 of Cups, which is why it's important to be mindful of the illusions that come with the 7 of Cups. You don't want to pick the wrong cup. You want to make sure that you get the cup that will lead you to your 9 of Cups. Really take that time to release things. Take that time to think. Take that time to stop. Put your pride aside. Seriously. Pride is going to be the death of a lot of things that are trying to come into your life. You want to welcome in new things. The Lovers is on the bottom of the deck. There's something or someone trying to move in towards you. Maybe some people are thinking about leaving a situation that they're in. Some people are thinking about leaving a home maybe, because they're no longer happy there. Seven of Swords. Somebody's been lying. Somebody's been deceitful. Somebody hasn't been telling the truth. Somebody hasn't been telling the truth. There are a lot of swords here. A lot of emotions, a lot of conflicting things when it comes to the mind, when it comes to the mental space. Somebody may want to tell you the truth, they just don't know how to tell you the truth. And some people are genuinely really trying to get away with lying to you. And maybe this woman is in distress. Some of you could be in distress. Maybe you and your partner are causing each other distress. Let's see. Yep, Ace of Pentacles. Something new is trying to come in, whether it's financial. You're trying to build some type of stability with somebody. Maybe you are trying to get or be on a better partnership when it comes to someone. Like you're seeking better partnership. Some of you are seeking better partnership. You want somebody that's going to work with you as a team member. But be mindful, because not everybody is your team partner. Some of you are going to pick the right thing, and it's going to lead you to your 10 of Pentacles. Something new is trying to come in. Think about what that looks like for you. Ooh, shallow victories. Five of Swords. Somebody is trying to win at all costs. Somebody is trying to hurt you, or maybe somebody's hurt. When it hurts, will we still be? Sing to lovers all over each other. You guys aren't like that right now. Nope, not at all. But somebody wishes that it was. Two of Cups. Some type of wish fulfillment when it comes to love. Some of you may obtain that. Think about how you're going to do that. Use your instincts. What is it that your mind has been trying to tell you that you have been ignoring? Like, some of you guys are really ignoring. Some of you are holding on too much to grief. It's really important right now to take these opportunities to grow and keep your faith. Faith. What other energies? Maybe some of you are letting insecurity get in the way. I was just talking about that. Maybe some people are still letting their insecurities get in the way of what they want to do when it comes to love, when it comes to accomplishing a goal. Like, every day, I think about how I'm going to improve my business in some way, shape, or form. I don't get sales every day, and sometimes it can be discouraging, but I don't let it stop me from keep going. Like, I'll cry about it, I'll feel hurt, but at the same time, it's like, I know that I'm still developing. And I also know, like, a lot of people, when it comes down to this spiritual shit, you got to be careful who you watch. And a lot of people like to throw dirt on people's names and make them seem like, because, you know, people forget that spiritual people are human just like them, and that they go through emotions, and that they go through things, and they have to relearn and learn things too. People act like healing is something that is linear. It is not on a scale. And a lot of the time people project their own feelings onto you, and it can create a lot of problems. And if you haven't yet, guys, please try out my prosperity oil. I made this one for myself, and I am more than willing to do the same for others. I'm more than willing to do the same for others. I specifically chose red because I like that red represents activity. But yeah, it smells so good. And it drips real nice. Okay. But as I was saying, some of you guys really got to get out of these insecurities. Like, every day I try to find a way to accomplish my goal in some way, shape, or form. If you do watch me, or if you like to tap into me, some of you may know that I recently became a pharmacy technician. And I did that because not only do I want to be able to have a substantial career for me and my children, but I want to also have the coins to help my business. Like, I want to get a website. I want to do things for my family. Like, I want to do a little bit more. And I feel like God will give in due time. He's been doing me just fine. Like, I feel really good about the way that things have been going. And I really think my spirit guides, I thank my guardian angels, I thank them all. I thank everybody that's been a part of my life. Even the people that don't want to be a part of it anymore, even the people that dread still being a part of it. Thank you, because you help a real nigga out here. You help a real nigga grow. And if you're helping this real nigga grow, just imagine what that makes you. But even still, I know some of the people that I know, they got some healing and stuff to do. And I love my friends, and I love my family, and I love my enemies, and I love the people who pretend that they're not trying to be an enemy or whatever the case. I just love everybody. So, let's see what else we got. This new moon in Taurus, please, guys, allow for yourself to release, okay? Allow yourself to feel all the things that you haven't been allowing yourself to feel. Think about how you really show up in things. I started watching this show recently. A lot of people probably watch it already. I don't forgot the name of it. I think it's called like Queen Elizabeth, Charlotte of Queen Charlotte, Bridgerton story. That show is very interesting. It's like it really does talk. It really does bring things out on a spiritual level in a way, because it's like this king is more interested in the sky and the stars in the future and things like that, whereas his family, because of what has to be done, what they think needs to be done, and all this other stuff, he is under a lot of pressure to be king when he just wants to look at the stars and be fucking normal. But a lot of us aren't normal. And we can't just be normal. We have things to teach people. You can't just be mundane. You can't keep entering relationships that don't serve you. You can't keep running away. Like, there are some things that you can just I wouldn't say neglect, but there are just some things you could ghost or let go of. Like, not everything is meant to be attacked, because I've learned over the last few years that tact really is important. Tact is super important. So, be mindful of how you do things. And that's pretty much what this reading is saying. Be mindful of what you are choosing for yourself. Like, I'm going to try to show you the spread. So it's a little jumbled up because I started spreading it out. But we have all this clarity here. We have these swords and these cups. There are a lot of emotions. And there's a little bit of everything here. There's movement. There's forward movement. We have forward movement. We have people that are trying to recover, trying to come out of this bad heart space when it comes to their security, when it comes to what does it look like for you to be in security? You're thinking so much outside of that. Like, some of you could be wanting to move away from home. Some of you could be wanting, again, like I said earlier, to leave a situation. I keep seeing in the energies lately that there are people that may not be being faithful. Someone, or maybe both of you, aren't being faithful. Maybe you have to really think about what it is you want. Some of you may want to leave this situation because you know what's going on. Some of you may feel like you are trapped in this situation. Some of you need to really take some self-care. Don't pick the wrong cup. Don't pick the wrong cup, guys. So, got that sizzling candle in the background. Don't pick the wrong cup, okay? It's really important. I'm going to pull a little bit more from the song deck, and I'm also going to pull a message for our new moon in Taurus and see what house it comes out in. Sorry about that. So, what other song do we have? And if we make love all night, and we make good love all night. Again, we found love. That came out that was the energy on the bottom of the deck earlier when I first pulled the cards. And then maybe some people are feeling like somebody don't know them, or maybe that's just your energy. You're feeling real buck. You're feeling real extra. Maybe we'll Get Back by Ludacris. I was actually bumping that in the car yesterday, so that's kind of funny. Excuse me. So, let's see. On the bottom of the deck, we got Where's Your Head At by the Basement Jacks. Maybe somebody's not being, again, your mental space. Clear it. Allow for this clarity to come in. That's what this Two of Wands is as well. Allow for this clarity to come in. Allow yourself to rejuvenate. Some of you are going to turn this recovery card upright. Allow for this recovery to come in. Allow for this self-care to come in. Really think about what it is you need for yourself. Somebody's going to confess something. Somebody's getting karma. And karma's not, this isn't the good kind. Some of you are going to be getting good karma, and then others of you are not going to be getting good karma. Some of you are really heartbroken. How can you adapt to these things right now? Think about how you can find abundance within your pain. A lot of you aren't allowing your pain to be your money maker, your drive. Where's your muse coming from right now? Sorry. I'm just a mess. Not a mess. But let's see. I'm going to pull one more from this deck. I want to eat some more food. I want to eat some more food. Some of y'all need to eat. Are you getting enough food? Are you getting enough rest? Are you eating enough? Some of you may be eating too much. The star. Star represents yes. Some of you might be eating too damn much. Maybe some of you are not eating enough. However it resonates for you. Remember that. And some of you are just a star. Some of you are ready to shine. Some of you are going to shine. Some of you are going to allow yourself to be who you need to be. Be who you deserve to be. Don't take no shit. But be kind about it. And be genuine. You're working hard right now. You're trying to make sure you are good at your craft. You want to make sure that you know what you are doing. And that's okay. You're going to get what you want. If you put in the work. Just remember that. Like, the work is important. They will flock if you do what you are supposed to do. Young wizard. Don't neglect the wisdom. Some of you are neglecting the wisdom. Some of you may be neglecting the wisdom. Do not neglect the wisdom. Nine of Pentacles. It's going to come in. Do the work. What you want, what you seek, you can have. If you do the work. Do the work. Balance your emotions. Don't be deceptive. And for those of you who are, stop it. You're tricking your own heart. You're causing your own self-mental problems. You don't need to do that. A lot of people would never believe this, but I still love all my exes. Not in love with them, but I have love for them simply because I understand pain and I understand hurt. And while there were moments where I didn't understand it when it came to myself and or them, I learned from it so that I could better adapt to those situations. A lot of the time it's not easy to look at ourselves. And we end up projecting. And sometimes we like to blame others when it's us this time. Really look at yourself. Really go within. Take the self-care time. Take the self-care time. I'm going to be pulling from the deck, so this is probably going to be an hour long for the new moon. I want you guys to really get a feel of how I do my reads or how I've been learning, because I definitely have been doing a lot of research and just thinking about, you know, people want to have a good message. And I want to be able to provide a good message, because I want you guys to feel like, damn, I can connect with this girl, like with this woman. She's awesome. Because I am. There's some days like I won't do readings if I don't feel good. So you won't ever have to worry about me like just doing a reading to do a reading, because I don't like doing that. It doesn't feel good at all. So I said I was going to pull a message from my 3-card deck for the planets. So we're going to shuffle and see. Be mindful, some of you guys could be coming into some luck now. Some of you need to connect with your North Node. Or some of you may need to be careful with your North Node, because your North Node is your purpose, I believe. The negative side of your North Node is the South Node. So be mindful of, some of you are really coming into your purpose. So let's see. Shuffling the cards, baby. Alright, so our house is going to be the 8th house. And I'm still learning about what the houses are, so I'm probably going to check the book out and read a little bit to you guys about what the 8th house represents. Based off of this card, definitely looks like it represents your power. The areas of power. The areas in which you are able to demonstrate your authority. We have Cancer. Intuition, guys. I told you, go within. Really think about what it is you want. Really think about what it is you feel. We're about to get a deeper message with these planetary cards for this new moon that's coming in. New moon energy, Spirit. I really appreciate you allowing me to tap in with the collective. We have Venus on the bottom of the deck. Some people may be allowing their hearts to be open. I believe Venus is still in Cancer. I'm not sure. I don't keep up with the planets that often. Venus is very prominent right now. It's love and beauty. And luck could be on your side too. Luck could be on your side. What you want, you can have it, yeah. That's my own song, but that's pretty much what I'm feeling. Alright, I'm gonna just pull. So, ooh, we have Pluto. So let's see what we need to do as far as our physical movement. What action do we need to take to make something happen? We need to resurrect our feelings as a life or death issue. So some of you may be feeling like you are, like this is life or death. I need to either do this now or it's not going to happen by any means necessary. 5 of Swords. Shallow victories. And that is just your spiritual. For your mental, it's get to the heart of attitudes from the past about getting and using power. Maybe some of you are feeling like somebody is being too controlling, or maybe you feel like somebody's using their power. Maybe somebody feels like you have too much power. Maybe somebody feels like you need to be toned down in some way, shape, or form. Like somebody doesn't like that you have power. And for the physical, it says, do or die. You must use your intuition and use other people's resources. And this is the action. The outcome of this is going to probably be a lot different, because this feels like it's a test. The outcome of this could be bad. because using someone else's resources could result in two different things. I feel like using someone else's resources could be good and they could be bad. On one end, you'll end up using people, and on the other end, you'll end up giving back in some way, shape, or form. In my case, I'm able to give back. So in whatever way I can give back, I will give back. However, if people aren't accepting of the fact that I want to give back, or assume that I'm just there to be a user, or if you are there to be a user to me or whoever else, it will cause a problem. It will cause an imbalance in the things that you are trying to accomplish. So, with taking that action, be mindful that the outcome could be this. For spiritual, it says, the need for control of intuition to protect personal power. Somebody may be feeling like they have to do it. It just goes back to trying to win at all costs. You don't have to do that. Somebody is going to receive the karma they are looking for. Somebody is going to... this could even be you. Like, just be mindful of the energy you've been putting out lately. What you give is what you get. That's pretty much also what Jupiter represents as well. So it goes to the mental, and this is an important line. So it's an obsession with attitudes from the past about the mysteries of life. Some of you are to be in the present. I had this epiphany last night that being in the present is important. Think about how things are going now. What can you do now to fix what you are going through? Like for me, because I know I want to fix my business, I'm here right now posting a video or getting prepared to post this video for the collective, whoever that is, or who it has been for some time. This is your message. If it resonates with you, remember that. Don't just pick and choose. Listen to what I'm saying. If it resonates with you, then it resonates with you. If it does not, don't make it fit, because this could be you or somebody in your energy. Remember that. And it says, for the physical, a power struggle resulting from the history of a major change. Some of you are not adapting. And I don't mean to sound like this is negative, but this is not necessarily positive. This could ultimately cause you issues. Here in the tarot and the oracle, following your passion is important. Maybe something here is on pause. Maybe you are feeling at a pause and it's causing you to feel like things are just not right anymore. Or maybe something had happened to you in the past, obviously, because this card for Cancer, because again, it is Pluto in Cancer in the 8th house. And you can look that up on your own time. What does it mean for Pluto to be in Cancer and in the 8th house? You're obsessing over your emotions right now. Like, just think about what Pluto is. Pluto is in the sector of Scorpio. So that's water and water clashing. You have so much emotion right now. And then it's in the place of power. Usually when a Cancer, and that's probably why Venus was on the bottom, because it could be a Cancer Venus, somebody who has Venus in Cancer. Guys, you're obsessing over a problem and you really need to check yourself. Check yourself, man. Like, I've been asking my spirit guides if certain things needed to happen, and they have shown me things, but I'm still a little skeptical about it. So I feel like I need a little bit of other signs. Once I get my other signs, I'll definitely, you guys will be seeing a lot more stuff. But Yeah, I said I was going to read and tell you guys a little bit about what the eighth house was if you're not sure. Just want to see. Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love? Somebody might be falling in love with you. Maybe you're in love with somebody. You're obsessed over a past love. Oh, so, so, Somebody's obsessed. Somebody needs to relax. So here's the eighth house. The eighth house also derives in its meaning from the seventh house. Let me chat back to the seventh house real quick. The seventh house, those opposite of you, others, the general public, business partners, and sometimes your competitors, contracts, legal matters, public relations, committed lovers, or marriage partners. Sometimes open enemies. Guys, you're obsessing. Stop it. It's crazy. All right. Anyway, the eighth house also derives its meaning from the seventh house. It says that as the second house is associated with resources and values that are totally under the control of the you symbolized by your first house, the eighth house is associated with resources and values that are under the control of you and others. Since no two people feel exactly the same way about virtually any subject, it becomes easy to understand why the eighth house has come to be associated with the concept of power. When two or more people pool their resources, it's usually because they can achieve more with that. Oh, they can achieve more with what they have together. But deciding exactly how to use the resources that are held jointly immediately poses the question of who has the power to make the decision. Power struggles are not unknown to committees either. But the power gained by people pooling their resources is considerable and, in the long run, usually worth the adjustments and compromises necessary. Sex is also connected with the concepts of the eighth house, for the obvious reason that by joining together as a couple, we can unleash the supreme power of life itself. Excuse me. Whew. So, furthermore, we thus take part in life's we thus take part in life's power struggle with death. Another eighth house issue, because our actions ensures the continuance of the species. The Hindu poets of the ancient tradition of tantric yoga, the spiritual practice of union with the Godhead through the practice of specific sexual techniques, even refer to the orgasm as the little death. Let me tell you, I've seen it. Anyway, sex and death, two of the greatest mysteries studied by all races of the world, are symbolic of the eighth house association with the concept of mysteries and investigation in general. Added to this is magic as an illusion, as well as magic, which can be described as the attempt to exert power over others for your good or for theirs. Therefore, the sign and planets associated with eighth house can provide powerful insights concerning your feelings about these subjects. So, as I was saying, some of you guys are obsessed about something or someone, and you guys really need to think about why that's like that. Some of you already know, but maybe you're not accepting it for what it is. Like, there's a lot of different messages here right now. maybe these feelings are causing you to be insecure about other things in your life, or maybe you're insecure about something else. Or maybe you're not necessarily insecure, but there's something about your situation that is causing insecurity. So, I left off here. The eighth house, because of its symbolic relationship with power struggles, excuse me, ooh, spiritual burp, is connected with the concept of change and death, can be seen as the biggest change possible. On this material plane, whether we succeed or fail in our attempt to use or change, the use of other people's resources depends on our ability to use personal power to change a partner's thinking. The concept of other people's resources is not limited to equal partnerships. Loans and inheritance, both the bestowing and the receiving of them, are also associated with the eighth house. But these terms are themselves not limited to tangible property. You can inherit wisdom from another person and power too. In general, the sign and planets associated with the eighth house can give insights concerning how you relate to and handle both your jointly held resources and these of others. The eighth house, as I told you guys, and what I told you guys about Pluto. The eighth house is ruled by the planet Pluto and the sign Scorpio. So, some of you guys could be a Leo, and some of you guys could have Cancer placements. Remember, Venus is on the bottom. Some of you guys may have Venus in Cancer. Some of you guys may have Venus in Leo. Really think about this. And then we have the 11th house on the bottom. And the 11th house deals with the future, what it means to be free, who you're associated with, your friends, things like that. So, guys, let's just be mindful, okay? Let's see what healing messages we have. We're almost reaching our first time and going an hour. Yay! Yay! But let's see what healing messages we have. And then I'm going to pull from my Shaman's Oracle deck. Definitely take this one step at a time, guys. And once you start this path, stay faithful to it. It'll prove to be beneficial. Inner work is definitely needed right now, okay? And you may need to take swift action about this. These cards, if not read the right way, when it comes down to Pluto being in Cancer in the 8th house, if you do not execute what you are hoping to accomplish correctly, it could result in something bad. And it could just cause delays. So we have learning to love myself. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light, and I allow myself to shine. The star wants to shine. Go within, guys. Inner strength. The aura is red. Let go of this. Feel yourself. Ground yourself. Think about what serenity looks like. Nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. So let's see. Oh. Somebody's drunk in love. Stop drinking. The fuck? Maybe you drink too much. Somebody's drinking too much. You think you're probably in a toxic situation. Sorry to switch to my sofa like this. I just gotta relax, guys. Maybe you're drinking too much. This could be a real problem, though, and that's not funny. Wow. Root girl. These fell out. We got root girl. The disowned self. Maybe some of you are disowning yourselves. You don't like yourself right now. You don't like who you become. You can change that at any moment. Fallen angel. We've gotten this card before. Spiritual narcolepsy. We're going to read what those mean. And on the bottom we have watchers. How interesting. Maybe some people are watching you. Maybe some people always want to know what you're doing. Transpersonal. Some people are watching you. Maybe they could be draining your energy by watching you. Be mindful of protecting yourself. And be mindful of limitless possibilities. Like anything is possible based off of this spread. It's just up to you. How are you going to do that? Are you going to choose the right cup? Are you going to do what is necessary? The inner work that is necessary. Let's see. So root girl is number 46. 46. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Something is trying to come into completion. Are you going to allow it to complete? We have again 1 plus 9. 19. 10. Something wants to come to completion. Are you going to allow that? Let's see. 46. This energy is overwhelming. Let's see. Root girl, the disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Let's have a drink. I can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry again. Some of you guys really need to eat. But okay. Root girl sits shivering, unclean, and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of this sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that reintegrated can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? Passion is in reverse. How do you want to get this to be upright? Follow your passion. What does that look like? It may be scary, but things can really go well for you if you just do it, you know? This part is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self-crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge its ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the root girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. Some of you are lacking compassion. Some of you are lacking understanding. It's like you don't want to understand. You just want to be disrespectful, or you just want to waddle in these self-defeating feelings, and you want to project things onto others and try to make others feel bad. It doesn't help you or anyone else. Like I said, with perfection coming out in the reading earlier, some of you could really be hard on others because you're being way too fucking hard on yourself. If you just release whatever it is that you're holding on to, something you are holding on to, you're scared to confess something, but why? Doesn't hurt to say anything. And don't go into this, whatever it is. Once it is confessed, it could have been confessed later. It could be confessed. It could be something is going to be confessed. We don't know when. It could be, I see a lot of fours, fives. It could be anywhere ranging between now and the next 7 months. Somebody's going to confess to something. You're going to do a lot of inner work within this time. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child's self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her in her humanity, she is transformed just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for beauty. Venus. It's a lot to do with beauty, art, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other things. Some of you really need to accept yourself for who you are. Stop trying to run away from who you are. You're somebody who was hurt. You have problems that you need to accept. And you're just having a hard time doing that. And it's normal. It's completely normal. You just have to have the same compassion for yourself. And you have to want to get out of that once you realize it. You shouldn't want to stay stuck in it. I'm telling you. You shouldn't want to stay stuck in it. Because you're already stuck in it. Not stuck in it, but you're already in it. But you shouldn't want to stay stuck in it. It's probably been too long. You're ready to shine. The star wants to shine. Something needs to be completed here. Let's read number 19. Fallen angel. Falling unconscious. Spiritual narcolepsy. Denying wisdom. Not allowing yourself to truly tap into your spiritual side. Being closed off from your spiritual side. Simply because of who knows why. Why are you afraid to really see yourself? Why are you afraid? You don't have to be afraid. You're being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do to stop being a falling angel is to spread your wings to a halt, your descent, and then find an... Oh my goodness. Somebody doesn't want me to talk or something. And my mouth is a little dry, but it's not that dry. My mouth is like relatively warm. I mean moist. Jesus Christ. Like it's so moist. And I'm swallowing saliva. That's why it just doesn't make any sense. Somebody does not want me to say something. They're mad. Don't be mad from talking to you. It's okay. I've gotten my fair share of ignorant shit said to me. Everybody's, and granted, how I'm delivering this message isn't ignorant. I've heard worse. Like, you guys really have to tap in. But as I was saying, remember that all you need to do to stop being a fallen angel is to spread your wings to halt your descent, and then find an adrift again. And then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions, who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angels as an invitation, to study the forest from above the trees in order, oh my God, in other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. (1:11) on the clock. We are at an hour and 11 minutes in. Enlightenment. Think about what this means. New beginnings. Any action that you take now could backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. Some of you may already know that it's time to change, and some of you may not realize it yet. But please, again, be mindful of deception. Be mindful of the deception within yourself. Be mindful of the deception of others. Well, guys, I think that was it for our new moon reading in Taurus. Please, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment if this resonated with you. I'd love to see who's been tapping into the energies these days. If you guys decide to like, share, comment, I appreciate it if you guys watch it all the way through. And please, 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 remember to take the messages as they resonate. Everything is not for you. Some things are for people in your energy. Some things are for the future. Some things are from the past. And some things are for the present. But in this reading, it's very, very obvious that it is time to be present. And it is time to really tap in and see what's going on with ourselves. So, I'll see you guys next time.